Welcome to the Neckbeard Experience Compilation. I compiled all the stories from G.I. Joey about the story of Third Wheel beard for you. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Without further ado, here we go. I'm on the dating scene, and I found this really cool gal. She likes comics, she likes watching Arrow with me, she also likes to dress up as Catwoman, so yay, go me. But this is not without issue. When we first started dating, I had to deal with a coworker of hers, who I will just call Jar Jar, or JJ for short. And this is the third date that we went on, which was supposed to be a double date. But it turns out that JJ's date, she bailed at the last minute. So let's get this started, shall we? I'll call myself Jumper. I'm a pretty decent guy, not bad looking. I enjoy fine bourbons and Manhattans. I'm in the US Army, very important I swear. And overall nerd when it comes to Star Wars, Skyrim, StarCraft, Punisher, Batman, and Xbox One. And my girlfriend, she's Latino Fury, or LF. She's a tiny one-woman army. She will cut you if crossed. She's a lover of DC Comics and Power Rangers. She goes to the same gym as me. Big-time supernatural fangirl. Not to be. This is Jar Jar. He's Latino Fury's coworker, overweight, basement dweller, brawny, and he lives with his aunt. Let's do this. I haven't had a lot of good experiences with dating, but going to the gym, I met a lot of nice people, one of them being LF. We became friends over that fact, and we both hail from Texas, and we both love comics. One thing led to another, and the next thing you know, we're dating. Well, things get good. Then she asked me if a coworker of hers, JJ, could accompany us on a double date. Of course I say yes, because 1, she's hot, and 2, meeting new people never hurts, and 3, it makes her happy. Boy, we were in for a surprise. So the night comes. Me and LF leave to meet JJ and his date at a local Mexican restaurant. We get there a bit early, and we grab a booth and wait, and wait, and wait some more, followed by more waiting. 2 chip dishes later, JJ arrives by himself. LF gets up and greets him, and he just delivers a grade A bear hug for some time. LF looks really uncomfortable and she ends it. Then she sits down next to me, and we ask him where is his date. Oh, she canceled at the last minute. And she told me that I have to go out, I guess, and I'm just destined for another. As he looked at my girlfriend. Now, I'm not a jealous type, and I pride myself on that. I think honesty is a key to a healthy relationship. And prior to this, she told me that she would cheat on me with Dean from Supernatural if she got the chance. And I told her I was so wrecked Lindsay Sterling. Anyways, being a nice gal, she still let him stay and have some fun with us. Me? I'm still dealing with trust issues. But I trust this woman, so I'm okay with it. She asked what happened to his date. Then he goes on this speech of bullcrap. Well, she had to leave to Japan at the last minute because her father was dying, and he needed to do some mystical things that marks her as heir to the throne or something. I'm paraphrasing this excuse because honestly, I couldn't care less at this point. And this is pretty much what he said in a nutshell. Me and LF look at each other, and in our minds we're thinking, is this guy for real? So after some time the waiter shows up, and he's speaking in Spanish to me and LF. Then he asks if we're ready to order. We tell him our order, and we ask JJ the same in English. And he tells him, and the waiter walks off. So this was a good time for JJ to tell his opinion on immigration. I wish they could talk American. This is America, right? So why can't they figure it out, right, LF? Oh crap. He's talking to the wrong gal in the wrong setting. Me personally, I think the immigration issue has turned into something else, but LF is all for it. LF actually responds with this.
I think they can speak whatever they want. This is America, right?
God bless this woman. Of course, JJ backtracks and he sputters out some nonsense, and here's where the Neckbeard Nice Guy event starts. So sit down and grab some popcorn, because here it comes. It wasn't long until LF had to use the ladies' room, and she excused herself, leaving me and JJ alone. As soon as she's out of sight, an awkward silence falls on us. He's the first one to open his mouth. So how long have you been killing babies? He asked. About 11, yeah, wait, what? I could not believe this guy asked me this. Eventually I asked him what the heck. Besides, this war is illegal. And Bush is really the devil. You know, it's really terrible that you went to war. That's what makes you a bad person. Etc. Now old me would have tossed him to the table, but the new me is more verbal and kinder, so I endure this because of LF. But hey, old habits die hard, and before I can give this guy a verbal beatdown, LF shows up, and JJ acts like nothing happened. She grabs my hand under the table, and she kisses me on the cheek like normal. But this sets this guy off, and lo and behold, Jay has reached his breaking point. LF, do you know that this guy's a baby killer? LF looks at him awkwardly.
What the heck are you talking about, Jay? I thought you were all conservative and support the troops and all that.
She replied. Look at him though, he's a murderer. You need someone kinder and smarter for you, just not him. Keep in mind he is saying this really loud in a crowded restaurant.
Oh my god! I can't believe you! I am not going through this again with you. I told you. I don't want to date you. We have nothing in common, and the date we went on, you watched My Little Pony and played Halo for hours.
You never gave me a chance. I can't believe you would do this to me. I'm a nice guy who deserves it. Folks, he actually said that. I'm 100% serious.
Screw you, JJ. Leave me and Jumper alone and go away.
But I already ordered. You can't kick me out of a public place. And like a boss, LF does this.
Fine then. We're leaving. Come on, Jumper.
And you guys thought that I was going to do something crazy, huh? So we get up and we go to the front, and we tell the crew what happened in Spanish, and they are really cool with it, and they gave us our food to go and we paid. The whole time this was happening, JJ is still in the booth looking pathetic as heck, staring at us in hopes that LF will ditch me and run off with him. And as soon as we leave, LF's phone is blowing up with text and missed calls, mostly about how I mistreat her, and she needs to give guys like him a chance. She ignores it, and we get to my apartment and have a nice quiet candlelight dinner. The best part? The next morning she wakes up to about 40 text messages, in which she replies,
Making love. Screw off.
God dang it, why do people have to be so stupid? Just when I thought it'd be the last time that I saw Jar Jar, when he was looking pitiful at the Mexican restaurant, I see this butt stain because I love to bring my girl dinner at work. This is one for the books. Y'all nice guys everywhere, you'll rejoice for Jar Jar because he found reasons why girls, like her, go for jerks like me, and totally overlook the perfect guys like Jar Jar. Let's get started. I'm Jumper, the barbarian. Not really. I'm just super tired, super irritated, and super annoyed that the dang Italian place got my takeout order wrong. Then there's Latino Fury, my girl, my muse, my source of calm in my life, and a royal pain in my butt for asking a favor of me. But I do it because I like to be a nice guy for her. Then there's Jar Jar, or the Third Wheel, or Datebeard. He's the amateur psychoanalyst. He's a confirmed brawny, nice guy, rival a parent, and most of all, a grade A lunatic. Alright, so now on with the rest of the story. So this happened a few days before Thanksgiving, and I have been having a hard time at work, dealing with the general stupidity that entails being an NCO in the Army. So, long hours for your noble hero. I get a text from LF, asking if I can pick her up some food for dinner, because she's working late too, so she wants Italian. And I want some pizza, so I order a few minutes later. Then I'm off to go pick it up. Well, it's not ready. Then it's the wrong order. Then someone else picks it up. But eventually they got it right after like 45 minutes. So I travel across town with our dinner. I arrive at LF's place of business and make my way to the break room. She's a little behind, and she said that she would be there shortly. No big deal. But I forgot one key piece of information. I heard a nasally sick voice cry out, "Long time no see." Oh, look kids, it's Jar Jar, and he thinks we're friends. And I'm in no mood to deal with this man-child, so I'm very short with him. Not long enough.
Don't be like that. I thought we could be friends. What's with the uniform? It's not gray. Are you special forces?
I had forgotten that I was wearing my ACUs with multicam pattern. Why do you ask? Because our commander wants to see if we are ready for war, and the transition to Scorpion camo next year. Look it up. Also, he and our Sergeant Major are legally insane, so I am not wearing the gray pixelated uniform. No, I am not. This is just the uniform of the day. Why are you even talking to me after the crap you pulled weeks ago? He is still going wide-eyed 5-year-old on me, and he's asking me questions about the uniform such as what the badge means, etc., etc. Then he sees my combat patch on my right shoulder, and his eyes light up like Christmas lights.
Oh my god, you're a brownie too?
What in the name of Odin are you talking about?
You've got a horse on the patch. That means you're a military brownie, right?
No, that's the 1st Cavalry Division patch. You know what a cavalry is, right? He looks dejected like he missed out on the last piece of chocolate cake, and then he gets a serious look on his face. He drops this gem on me like some kind of bipolar gastropod.
I know why LF loves you and not me.
I am tired, irritated, and hungry, and I smell like an arms room, and I'm kinda mad at JJ for bugging me. So of course, I ask him to enlighten me.
LF has Stockholm syndrome. She is relating to her captures, and she feels your goals are hers. I'm gonna free her from the bonds you placed on her, so consider me your rival. No, your enemy, until LF is free from your clutches.
Oh, I am super excited, because I get to lay into this fat turd nice guy, and LF is not here to stop me. And yes, I do remember that this is a place of work, so I do not resort to violence. That comes later in part 3. Okay, let me get this straight. I'm holding LF hostage in my home, but I allow her to work, socialize, and still have a place of her own. Did it ever dawn on you, you piece of crap, that the reason LF does not like you is because of your sense of entitlement, your hobbies, your lack of personal discipline, your constant harassment, your atheistic values, and the fact that you are 23 and still live at home with your parents? The fact that you're younger than us? You called us dirty immigrants. You called me a baby killer. Your denial of these issues? You're a freaking stench, you turd blossom. I'm getting sick of this crap, and I'm getting tired of you constantly hitting on my girlfriend, trying to put me down, and painting me as some kind of uneducated caveman. I hate most sports. Go Cowboys. Now I love the heck out of Star Wars. 51st Division all the way, baby. And we love DC and Marvel Comics. You are not better than me. If anything, I should thank you, because you pushed a hot woman my way. You piece of basement-dwelling crap. I am not the alpha, but I will be your omega if you ever talk to me or her in a manner not related to work, or to inform us that the building is on fire. So I cut a little deep, but hey, I was tired and angry, and I got my point across. He gets up, tears welling down his face, and he storms out of the break room. I exhale, and I feel relieved, because all the stress of the day was just released. So I guess I should thank him. About 5 minutes later, LF comes in and wonders why Jar Jar was looking sad as heck. I will tell her later, but not for now. Then I go up and say, "Hey sexy lady, I got you pasta." The story of Jar Jar, the Datebeard, covert operations, peace is a lie. Okay, after so many people demanded the continuation of this tale of mystery, magic, and nice guyism, I present to you episode 3 of Jar Jar's incident. The reason I was delayed was me and LF had a fight after this event. We are fine now, after we analyzed the fact, and came to the conclusion that JJ had played us. So yeah, anyways, new characters. Apo, my team leader. He likes to shoot guns with me, and he's very capable at hand-to-hand combat. Pam, 6 foot, very curvy woman. She's an Amazon, no joke. And she reminds me of Pam from Archer, even sounds a little bit like her. She's LF's co-worker. And then the special mention, Majora, my ex-wife. Okay, so after the break room tongue lashing, JJ had been more distant, until word got out that LF and I were hosting a Thanksgiving shindig at my house. The reason it's at my house is that her apartment can barely hold her and her cats. But I have an evil lair for my house, complete with a fireplace. No kidding. When I brought her over in the first place, she thought I was Batman because of the basement. Somehow, JJ caught word of this event and asked if he could come. Of course, LF said no, and I'm assuming that in his head, he thought that this was...
This woman must be mistaken. I'm a good guy, and she must have meant yes, but it was cause that Captain Jerk told her not to.
Well, I did say that if she invited JJ, I would put her favorite DVDs on the top shelf, and laugh as she tried to reach them, but he didn't know that. So we are days away from Turkey Day, and me and Apo are eating lunch at a local burger joint, because cheat days rule. I get a call from LF about going to her apartment to grab something for work. Of course I oblige, and with Apo in my passenger seat, we make our way to her apartment complex. It's a gated community. This is where you have to enter a code to get through the gate. And so I grab her items with no incident. Apo, however, is a different story. After we leave the place, I drop Apo off at his car, and he mentions his new pistol. And of course, we end up talking about it until I get a text from my boss saying that we are released for the day. Happy Thanksgiving, see you Monday. Sweet. 5-day weekend. So we go our separate ways, but around 7 p.m. I get a phone call from Apo.
Sergeant, I just got in a fight with some fat buddy who wanted to code for your girlfriend's apartment complex.
What? Tell me from the start what happened. Were the police called? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. But I was going to Panaria to get a sandwich, and as soon as I park, this guy comes up to me with a BB gun, demanding the code to your girl's place. I know it's a BB gun because it had the orange cap, and I told him to kill himself. He then pretended to act like it was loaded, and he aims it at me. I walk off, then he throws it at me and tackles me. I reverse and get him in the mound, and I start wailing on him. I couldn't crush his throat because I couldn't find it. He was too fat. But he got the hint. I just left him there because I wasn't hungry anymore.
I was rather fond of Commander Apo. Bonus points for those who figure out the quote, kids. Jesus, Apo, what if that was a real gun? And you didn't call the police? Why?
I figured this guy had enough issues already, and I kind of felt bad for him.
Okay, fine. Just tell me what he looked like. My blood ran cold when he described him to me. I prayed that it was not JJ, but the facts were there. This guy was trying to gain access to her complex. I told LF, and LF was furious. I don't know what happened after that, but LF assured me that JJ would be no problem anymore. I don't know what she said, and I was afraid to ask. So JJ did attack my soldier to gain access to a complex he had no business in. This guy, people, he wins the 2014 Cringe Awards. So Apo should have called the police, but LF handled it. So now we were on the morning of Thanksgiving. LF is in my kitchen making a dinner for the ages, and I'm tidying up my place a bit more. We haven't left my house at all, and around 3 p.m., guests started to arrive. Apo, his fiancée Pam, minions from my squad, and a couple of my friends are mingling in the living room. We're drinking cider and talking about whatever, when Pam and I are talking about LF, and the subject of JJ comes up. Pam makes a similar face of someone sniffing something rotten. She then regales me of when JJ told her,
"You must be a lesbian, and you're definitely not ladylike, and besides, playing sports mean you have penis envy."
This moron couldn't even walk 15 feet without wheezing for dear life. And he calls Pam a dyke for playing soccer? The doorbell rings, putting an end to our conversation. Speak of the devil and he will appear. Guess who it is, kids? That's dang right. Jar Jar. He knows my address. Great. At first, I don't open the door. I just look through the peephole, just in case my brain was breaking. But yep, it's JJ. I tell Pam and her face goes ashen. I didn't want to tell LF. And as far as I know, she hadn't realized that the doorbell made a noise. So JJ is not leaving. He's trying to look through the peephole, and he's trying to look through the windows by the door. So I make a decision. I go outside to confront him. In my mind, I am arguing with myself. You don't have to do this, Jumper. Sure you do. Violence is not the answer. Yes, it is. Peace, Jumper. Remember, peace is a lie. So here we are, face to face with my porch. What are you doing?
I came for the party, Jumper, remember?
No one invited you here. I'm pretty sure of that.
I came so LF won't be alone, and so you won't try to sleep with her.
Our sex life is none of your business. You need to leave now.
It's not going to happen, Jumper. Let me inside or else.
Or else what? You'll challenge me to combat with swords, or you'll kill me? I could have just left it at that, but I had to make the point by kicking him off of my porch, King Leonidas style. He lands on his back and he starts gasping for air, a clear sign that I knocked the wind out of him. And then he starts doing something I'm not used to. He starts crying. I look at him with anger and a desire to just end his miserable life to do the world a favor. I look behind me and I see Apo in the window looking out, making the hand sign to back up. I do something that I've never done and I regret doing. I'm tired of fighting. I am 30 years old and I'm still dealing with this crap. I cannot deal with this. Not now. And if I don't end it, he will keep coming back. So I try something new. Compassion. Kinda. Get up, you crybaby.
Why does she hate me? Why does she love you and not me? You tricked her, didn't you, you jerk?
She doesn't like you for the reasons I stated before. You need to see that this is your fault. No one else's. You are the one who attacked Apo and tried to get a code. You are the one who thinks me and her have the hostage thing going on. You are the one playing Lancelot here. I am not going to fight you, but you need to realize this. It's you, not us, that is the problem. She loves me because we connect. We don't have to force it. I didn't trick anyone. If anything, she's the one who made the first move. This is because of my divorce and trust issues. Then he goes on to say,
Oh yeah? LF told me about Majora.
What did you say?
Yeah, me and LF talked about how Majora cheated on you. And besides, we were making fun of you for having nightmares about killing someone.
With a smug smile on his face, he thinks he's finally got me. At the time, I thought he did too. But now I know better. I did tell LF that, and I didn't expect her to tell anyone that. But my rage got the best of me, and I punched him one time, and I told him to leave. He still had a sickly smile on that fat face of his, and to this day, I bet he thinks he has something over on me. He doesn't, but at the time, I was so angry that the girl I trusted told anyone. So, after everyone left, I asked LF what the heck. We went back and forth after that, and in hindsight, she was just trying to help. But there was a key part missing. She didn't talk to JJ. She was talking to Pam. It turns out that she's a Navy vet, and she lost a friend in Afghanistan. LF was trying to find out a way that she could help me feel better. She was asking Pam because she wanted to fix me. And in my anger, I told her off. I love her for trying, but this isn't her fight. It's mine. But it feels nice to have someone backing you up. Now, why is this important? Maybe because JJ thinks eavesdropping counts as a meaningful conversation? Maybe because he was pushing the fact that I have issues? But I know one thing, maybe sometimes you just can't reason with people. Chapter 4. Running of the Stalker. The ground war against the Federation has begun. So as a recap, me and LF got in an argument about her telling others about my issues. During the fight, she finally says this.
I just want to fix you so you wouldn't be sad anymore.
I don't know how to respond to this because she hit me in a way that no one had before. She got me so good with this one, and all the anger and distrust went away. Babe, you don't need to fix me because I'm not broken. I'm dented, scared, and scratched, but I'm not broken. We held each other for the rest of the night, and we talked. So JJ played us plain and simple. This little toad was going down by either me or LF. And wouldn't you know it, it was LF who got to him first. Now this is LF's view of the events that went down. So remember kids, this is LF speaking. Here's the scene. She's at the office first thing in the morning, and she approaches JJ and says,
JJ, what the heck? Why were you eavesdropping on my conversations?
You said it out loud. I thought you were pleading for help. I know that no one wants to be with a damaged man, especially one as violent as him. I worry he may hit you, my dear LF.
This is where LF loses it, and she gets in trouble by her bosses for causing a scene at work.
He would never beat me. He's more of a man than you will be, because he gave up so much, because his country needed him. He lost friends, no, his family, and he still kept it together. He's not damaged. If anything, he's perfect, because he faced danger and war and didn't fall apart. What did you do, you fat piece of crap? Leave me and Jumper alone, or I will call the cops, and I will let HR know that you are harassing me. And one reason he hits me is because I tell him to. That's right, you piece of crap. Me and him are sleeping together because I want to.
For the record, LF asked me to slap her butt 1 or 2 times, but she took it to a whole new level. According to LF, JJ's face went really sad. I guess it finally registered that she didn't want anything to do with him anymore, and he seemed like he was about to cry. So after that, we continued with life as business. As usual, LF had dealt Jar Jar a massive blow. But since we all know Neckbeards, we know they can't take a hint. So this happened December 12th around 6 p.m. It's Friday night, and I had just showered and got ready to hang out with LF and Pam. I get a knock on my door, and without thinking, I open it. And look, it's Jar Jar, folks.
Elif is under your spell and I'm gonna free her, Jumper.
With a pellet gun? You threw that at Oppo, remember? This does not compute with the Neckbeard, and he attacked me on my porch. Unfortunately, it had been raining, so I could not get a good grip with my shoes. So he is actually choking me, and it's getting black. I remember all the crap that he did and what he caused. Then I take him to the ground and I start combatives on him. He flails like a fish on land, and I finally get him in an arm bar. And I think to myself, I can break his arm and no one will say anything. But part of me is thinking, just let him go. He's clearly messed up in the head. Too late. I broke the idiot's arm, or at least dislocated his shoulder. Again, he cries, but I'm not falling for it. You leave now.
Not until I see Elle.
Leave now or I'll break your other arm. His fat butt gets up and he runs to his Chevy Cobalt and takes off. I call LF and I tell her what happened. But she already knew because JJ called her and cried his eyes out to her. But LF was done with him, and she just told him that he deserved it. So yeah, I thought the new year would bring me peace, but let's be honest here. Anyone who has dealt with this crap knows better, and that a neckbeard is just another word for a disgusting nerdy stalker. JJ was given a talk by the local police, and all was good, until last night. New Year's Eve 2014. So, another New Year's Eve is upon us. LF and I go to a business friend's home. I need a job after the army, and I'm not going to be a mercenary. So, we mingle and talk and mingle some more, do the countdown, and ta-da! It's 2015. Hooray! Me and LF made resolutions. While hers is a secret, here's mine. To let go. To never let past sins control me. To face the future with a smile. So about 3 in the morning, LF and I go home, and we drive her Jeep. And I'm smashed, to be honest. She notices a car behind us, with the brights on the whole time, until we make it to my street. LF notices it, and she says something about it. I remind her if it gets dangerous, we have a way of protecting ourselves. Thankfully, it doesn't come to that, and the light peels off and goes away. We pull into the driveway and go inside, and then we go to bed. I'm the first to wake up, and I go and make some coffee. I have a hangover because God hates me, and I take my dog outside. As I make my way out the door, I trip over a shoebox. The box's contents spill out onto my porch, and thankfully they did not explode, but they may as well have. The contents that spilled out consisted of 4 photos of me and my friends at a strip club. LF was with me. A handkerchief with JJ's initials on it. 2 tickets to the new Hobbit movie, even though me and LF had already seen it. And finally, a Photoshop picture of me with a woman that looked strangely like Emma Stone. I'm confused, and then it hits me. Whoever delivered this is probably still watching. So I return back inside. I am on edge, really annoyed and hungover. So I ignore it until I figure out more. By this time, LF wakes up and sees me at the breakfast table. She wonders what's up, and she sees it. Her face turns a shade of white that I did not know was on the spectrum, and then she starts crying. When girls start to cry, you sober up, perk up, and pay attention. No matter what. In between sobs, she tells me that she tried to be nice and trying to live a normal life. I am super angry and very, very eager to hunt me down some Jar Jar. But we did the thing we said we would do, call the police, which is much better and less illegal. So the police show up and ask us some questions, and they take the box. There is still no evidence that JJ actually delivered the box, but they take it under consideration. Despite this, I still feel no ill will toward the local law enforcement. So LF does something amazing. She calls Jar Jar. I don't know what she said and what he said, but here's the gist of what I overheard.
What the heck, JJ?
We're supposed to be dating like we used to. I left you gifts.
We were never dating. I didn't want this crap, and I have seen The Hobbit. If you actually cared or listened to me, you would have known that.
I don't think that baby killer's good enough for you. I'm just trying to look out for you.
I don't care what you think. Me and him are together, and I don't need you to watch out for me like I'm some helpless moron.
I didn't say you were a moron. You're a woman. Women can't take care of themselves. They need a good guy to take care of them. Besides, he's a Mexican and you look like a white woman. You fit with me better. Did you get my gift?
The cops have it now. We warned you, they warned you, we just wanted to be left alone. I don't care if you think I can pass as a white woman. Me and him are together, and we're both Mexican. If you can't handle it, just kill yourself, you fat idiot. Leave me alone or I will kill you myself, you fat SOB.
With that, she hung up, and she cried. Around 3 p.m., we get a call, and I answer it. It's JJ, and he's mad.
LF already had a true love. Why'd you have to screw it up? And why'd you have to call the police on me?
Apparently, the police had went to his aunt's place. They found a treasure trove of BS. Things like LF's glasses, coffee mugs, and other stuff that she lost. But the big one was a picture of me and LF cosplaying. Me as Solid Snake and her as Merle. My face was scratched out, so yeah. JJ is still out there, but we think that he is en route to the Midwest. But to be honest, we don't care. We are glad he's gone. Ladies and girls, watch out and protect yourselves. Never be afraid to tell anyone that you're uncomfortable with them around you. There is no reason for my ladies need to face that. And if all else fails, and you find yourself cornered, get violent. Cause a scene. Never go down as a submissive lady, because that's what they want. Always enjoy your New Year's and resolve to be better people. And to the Neckbeards out there, women love confident men, not victims. You butt stains. Jump her out. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this compilation of the Third Wheel beard. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more in the future. I'll have a lot more on the way. I plan to eventually be able to animate all this stuff. I'm going to do it on my own. It's going to take some time. So thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.